I'm not sneaking on people's boats to get cool Instagram content before the captain notices me. I like to answer questions and comments that I get on YouTube, so let's get to it. Been stuck for a while with cowboy chords and bar chords. This is the lesson I've been waiting for to unchain and improvise a little bit. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed our California coast. So I wanted to expand a little bit on the lesson about bar chords and triads I did a couple weeks ago, because I've been thinking a lot about bar chords and how y'all get it wrong and complain about it and are super annoying about, I don't want to play bar chords, blah, blah, blah. So I just want to talk about the key of A flat. A lot of times people will see an A flat and be like, oh no, not for me, thanks. Not an A flat guy myself. Well, real quick, it's the 4th fret on the low E string right here, okay? So a lot of times, maybe like when I first started out playing and I had to venture into some kind of A flat territory, and maybe I did just have a capo to stick on the 1st fret or something like that, I'd be like, oh man, all right, I gotta play this A flat into a C minor or something like that, and those full-on bar chords were really difficult, right? It took a lot of hand strength. It took a lot of perseverance and courage to tackle those. But now that I have so much more wisdom from having big captain energy and sneaking onto these boats for fabulous Instagram content, I can start adding little things that I've learned throughout that. So like instead of playing like A flat major chord right here where you bar the 4th fret, maybe I'll kind of play around in A flat, like something like, and none of that is a bar chord. It's just kind of playing around in that key. And I think the best way to really introduce yourself into that kind of playing is really just to learn, some will call them the mode shapes, scale shapes, 1 octave apart. So what I mean by that is like if we just take the A flat major scale, you don't even have to know the names of the notes. Nobody actually knows the notes in A flat. We just know it's the 4th fret, the 6th fret, and the low E string, then 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 6 on the A string, 3, 5, 6 on the D string, right? So we got this shape here. How can you use that to your advantage? Well, one thing to do is just make it a power chord. So it's really just the A flat and it's 5th, right here, the 6th fret on the A string. You could always play an A flat chord like that, but to kind of get the major vibe, maybe you want to jump back and forth between the root and its 5th, the root and its 4th, the root and its major 3rd. And that all counts as just playing in A flat. So now if I see a chord chart that calls for A flat and I'm playing with the singer, I'm singing myself or something like that, instead of always going full on bar chord, I can kind of just play around like this. And I don't have to worry about the open strings helping or hurting me because I have complete control of that chord, and that comes from having that hand shape. Again, you can see these as modes. You can do the same thing for, like, let's do the 3 chord in the key of A flat. That happens to be a C minor. C minor 7, something like that. You can really just take a lot of that same stuff. I'll know that like the root note is the C, the 8th fret on low E string. Its minor 3rd is going to be the 6th fret on the A string, which again, you can see there's that connection. All these chords are connected. So maybe instead of playing a C minor, I could play a C power chord. Like that, right? So I've got 8 and 10, 8 and 8, 8 and 6. And that could be the part for the C minor. So instead of thinking about bar chords, A flat to C minor, you can be like, and then kind of just do things that way. So again, I think that's just kind of like a way that if you are having trouble with bar chords, you can always work on that. It just helps really get your music theory down because you start to see how the modes are different. Because again, this would be a different mode. The 3 chord in the key of A flat would actually be the Phrygian mode. So you can kind of be like, oh, there's that note that kind of makes it different, so on and so forth. I don't want to get in the modes. I've got a Patreon and master classes for that if you guys are interested. But just a quick thing about replacing bar chords with like little 2 note chords that are representative of what you're playing anyway. Sean is an idiot. The one thing I've noticed about salty comments pandemic on is that the salty comments themselves have become less creative. A lot of just, you're an idiot, you're a douche, you're stupid, you're ugly. I really kind of miss the days when, you know, they're just simpler times when you could kind of like go and say like, oh, this is like Sean and Kindred are a dollar store off-rate version of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Like stuff like that I always found way more funny because they use the creativity. So really, if you're gonna go out there and slam people and troll people on the internet, just kind of take that extra second and try to be creative about it, because I think it's a better experience for everyone on the internet. It's official, Andrea and Sean have officially reached the bottom. So this comment was on the video where Dre and I were trying to sell some harem pants to bolster our spa music sales. All right, well, here we go, guys. What do you think, Drea?
I love these pants. They're so comfortable.
I gotta say, I thought this was gonna be a total joke at first, but I kind of love these pants. So harem pants, these Thai harem pants, are like $20 pants, and we modeled them, and we had them inspire us to make music. And I gotta say, those pants are awesome. I just got back from a trip, and first thing I did after a long red-eye flight, put on my harem pants, go to sleep. So yeah, I guess that was a sponsored video, but I wear those harem pants all the time, and I highly suggest you get a pair because they're super cheap, and they're even cheaper with my affiliate discount code. Also, let me know how you'd like me to sell out next, and if you have any companies that are interested, because let's get this going. Dreams of holding Taylor Swift's purse in a Hallmark Christmas spectacular. I like this comment because it's really focusing on both of my YouTube exit strategy ideas. One, either marrying Taylor Swift and holding her purse doing whatever she needs a manservant to do. And two, just being on the Hallmark channel as like the ex-boyfriend who screws up in Christmas movies. So I'm really working on the Hallmark channel angle, but I'm probably gonna need some help to crowdsource some attention for that. So if anybody knows any Hallmark casting directors, I'm just gonna keep saying it until I get the gig. So please spread the word, because Christmas is coming soon. The other day I was watching another video by Sean, and he mentioned his Patreon, so I checked it out. It's only $12 a month, and you get access to a library of invaluable information. I learned another voicing to the chord of F that I just love, and you can easily slide down a whole step, and now you're playing G chord. It was awesome, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, everything. I love you, brother. You're awesome. Rock on. I just wanted to say that because that is really an unsolicited plug for the Patreon, so definitely check that out, because $12 a month, you can cancel whenever, and it's like so well over 100 lessons at this point, and I try to add to it every week. So if you have any questions or stuff you want to see on that Patreon, definitely check it out. For listening homework this week, I'm going to throw you to an artist that I just started listening to. It's called Maple Glider. Definitely kind of like a newer, cooler, less insane Lana Del Rey, as far as I know. So check that out, because I think it sounds pretty good. And then, like I said, if you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comment section, Instagram, Twitter, or the website. I will talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.